G'day, Bobby, Tradie, and today we're at starting a new job. It's a decking job out in Park Orchards, and it's quite a big area. And I'm going to swing you around and show you the area. This customer wants this brought back to new, so there's a bit of dirt and grime on it, which is natural for a deck area. They've just had the roof put over, so in terms of this place and the deck getting as dirty, it won't in the future because that cover is on it. But I've got to hammer down the nails. You can see the nails are protruding and there's a lot of them, so I guess it's going to take me a couple of days to bring them down, and then I'll sand the thing back, wash it, and we'll put a new paint cover on it. Probably need 2 coats, but anyway, that's the decking job. I'll get some more shots as we go through. G'day, Bobby, Tradie, and I've doubled the workforce today. I've got Joey here. How are you, Joey?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good. So we're out at Park Orchards, this client's place. I started to bang the nails in and sand yesterday, and I thought this is going to be a huge task. So Joey's put the hand up. He's come out with me, and he's banging the nails in, and he's doing a great job. What do you think?
Yeah, a bit of process improvement here, and doing a few jobs in the one sequence, which will make things better in the long run, Bobby.
It's all about the prep, isn't it?
Yeah, prep's everything, and then the rest will be easy.
Yeah, it seems to be taking forever what I'm sanding and around the edges, like cutting them when you're painting, because we're going to get a major belt sander that'll do the big area, the vast area. Yeah. But all around the edges, I'm doing the hand sander, and it's taking some time.
I think it's going to come up beautiful, Bobby, when it's all done.
I think so. What did you? I wanted to turn away. I'm going to swing you around. I wanted to turn away from the Jarrah colour, which is sort of like a what would you call it? A mission brown almost, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you said no, because I said an olivey green, like Joe's T-shirt here. But what do you think?
In my opinion, you got that beautiful mubu. You want to stain it and bring that natural color back out, Bobby, rather than paint over. Then you're never going to get the color back.
But it means you got to then take off every bit of paint if you stain it. It's a big job.
I always sand it all back, mate, and then put that deck stain on. Should
so
come up as beauty. Maybe get some feedback from people.
He's asking the big task. I turned Cameron off the stain because I thought I'm going to have to take every bit of paint off it, and it's a big job to take every bit of paint off a deck.
That's why you got me here, mate.
Yep. Okay. Anyway, we'll come back to you tomorrow. Do you reckon you'll be in again, or we'll probably
Depends
know
what
at the
my
end of
shift is tomorrow.
Okay. So the Tradie, we're hard at work.
An apprentice.
An apprentice. Oh boy, there's no quicker way to get this done. This is the longest, most arduous. Just let me get my gear on, my PPE gear or whatever you call it. There's no quicker way to get this arduous task done but to hand sand it. I investigated getting a big drum sander. It's like a sort of a motor mower, I suppose. You push it from above and hire them from Bunnings, but it recommends on the YouTube, on the Faithful YouTube, that Google that because timber actually cups in the weather, you know, gets that sort of profile on it. the flat drum doesn't hit all the areas, so you can't work. You've actually got to use a hand sander to get the paint off and smooth. So you can see there the area that I've done and hit with the sander, the hand sander. And I mean, that little bit alone is a quarter of what I need to do. That's taken a full day. So, but you know, I'm getting quicker at it, and I'm also not getting as particular because we're going to paint over it. So I just need the surface nice and smooth and flaky, paint free, and especially no dirt. So once I've done this, I'm going to actually clean it with the proper deck cleaner, and then hose it off, and it should be ready to repaint. We're going to do some sampling spots though over here on the timber. We'll do some sampling spots that are enable the client to pick their colour. All right. I've arrived at the job this morning, and the customer and I spoke last week, and I said, look, you know, get some colour pot examples and or samples, and we'll paint them on and get a feel. And it's beautiful. Heather's dragged up about 8 different colours, so we've got plenty to choose from. I'm painting them on now. I'm just going to show you. It gives you an idea of how the deck will look. I'll do another coat so you, because there's a bit of the dark original colour showing through, but that's a bit of a look at the first two. I'll put all of the colours down that Heather wants me to, and we'll choose from that the colour that the deck will be finally. There's still plenty of sanding to do, as you can see. It's probably another day and a half in the sanding, and I thought I'd show you. We're using the Diablo, I think it is. Yeah, Diablo sanding disc, and it's the grit on this is 40, so it's a 40 grit, so it's ripping the old dirty top off the deck, and as it gets cleaner, it's just the paint, the decking sort of paint. The previous one, which was a Merbu paint, it's ripping that off nicely. So I don't care whether I get it all off, I just want the surface nice and smooth. So we're using that Diablo grit and the old Ryobi hand sander, which is cord, doing a fabulous job so far. So hopefully, if that lasts its job, that'll sort of be about 4 days of continuous sanding with it. That to me would say that product is pretty strong and a good product. Anyway, we'll continue on. So here's a look at the colours now. And there they are up against the house, so we could pick which one suited the colours, tones of the house. So we're going for the one on the left, darker one. Here's the colours that didn't make the cut. And I think 10 litres will cover this area. It's going to need 2 coats. Sanding this is possibly one of the harder things I've done. Just to give you a look, there's the 2 boards there that haven't been sanded, and there's the either side, the one that has, and those ones have. You see how dark they are and greased up and filth. It's actually stuck to them over time. So I'm sanding all that off. Point is, it just takes time. That gives you a good idea of what's sanded and what hasn't been. So I've got to move across there. Still got a fair ways to go, but it's not as dirty, that area. Had an idea last night that the difficulty and slowness in taking it off with the orbital sander is going to take too long. So I've got about a third of the deck to go. I'm now, I've got another idea where I'm going to rip it off with the grinder and this special pad that's a paint ripping pad, so that grinder's going to spin pretty quick. I've just had a trial of it, and I've just done this square here, and it rips it off nice and quickly, and it's still going to take some time because, as you can see, there's a bit of area to go. That area there, the rest you can see has been hit with the orbital sander, so the grinder will get that off a bit quicker. The disc pad here, they're about $27 at Bunnings, so they're not cheap. I've got 2 of them. Hopefully that'll be enough to do rip the rest of this paint off. Wow, it's still a hell of a lot quicker than the other way. Probably 10 times quicker. Just a bit of an update. So I'm grinding through it now. It's working really well. Got a big sweat up. It's hard work. Tedious. I think it's the equivalent of my wife doing a patchwork quilt. You could never put a price on selling it because there's so much labour involved. Whatever this client's going to get charged, it'll never be enough because of the labour that I've put into it. It's probably my fault. But so long as it's good, that's all I care about. I don't want anyone saying, gee, you did a lousy job. G'day, Bobby, and walking into the local Bunnings to get the paint. 10 litres of decking paint, and here's the sample pot that we're using. So we've now completed the sanding job, ready to go, ready for the paint to go on. I'll just show you the final result. So it's all sanded back. I'm now just going to clean the deck, or sweep it off, and apply the cutting into the paint. So you can see now the deck is it's all ready to go. So it's lunchtime, and here's where I'm at. So I've done the steps. I've painted all the steps with one coat, and I've cut in around the edges here so that I can just roll the rest. But it's been a bit of hard work actually. So that gives you an idea of the size of the deck. And we got the Cabots paint that's been tinted to the colour. And that was from Bunnings. It's $160 for the paint. with the Power Pass discount, we finished up at another $10 cheaper, so that's well worth it, the Power Pass. So let's get into rolling now. Interesting when this paint, it's rolling on nicely. When it goes on, it's a much lighter colour. When it dries, you can see over there where it's dry along where I've cut in, it's a lot darker. So, which is the colour we want, the darker colour. Sort of worried me when it was light, but that's just laying it on. So we're now rolling it on. Hopefully, well, I'll get a coat, one coat in today and another coat on Monday. But I'm pretty happy with the way it's all evolving. Oh, well, there we go. It's done. I'll swing you around, and you can see the area. It's all complete now. It's had one coat, and the steps. We'll go around the yard to the bottom of the steps. And, let's have a look at how it looks from down the bottom as we walk around the deck area, which is up here, and we look up the steps. Oh, nice. Nice, it's come up really nice. Yeah, nice. Boy, oh boy, that's good. I'm happy with that. It's come up really nice. So that's one coat, one more to go. Monday, I think.